I never told anyone I was the CEO's daughter until my workplace bully tried to get hired at my mom's company. When I graduated college, I made one decision that shocked my family. I wouldn't use my mother's name or connections to get ahead. Mom is Catherine Reynolds. Yes, Sinette Catherine Reynolds, who runs one of the largest firms in our niche industry. But I wanted to prove myself on my own merits. So I used my father's last name, Wilson, and applied to competitor companies. I landed a 6-month trial position at Apex Housing and threw myself into the work. My colleagues mostly respected my contributions, except for one man. Eric spotted me on my first day and decided I was his target. While I was explaining a process improvement in my second week, he interrupted. That's cute, but the adults have actual work to do. The room fell silent. I continued my presentation with burning cheeks. It got worse from there. He'd accidentally exclude me from important emails. He'd mock my voice when I spoke in meetings. When I successfully landed a difficult client, he told everyone I only got it because men will sign anything if a pretty face asks nicely. What Eric didn't know was that I'd been studying this industry since I was 12, sitting at my mother's dinner table while she discussed strategy with her executive team. When my trial period ended, my manager offered me a permanent position with a substantial raise. I declined. The work was good, but Eric had created a culture where women were either sexual objects or incompetent children. 3 other female employees had quit during my 6 months there. On my last day, Eric loudly announced another one couldn't handle the pressure. This is why women don't belong in this industry. I simply packed my desk and left without engaging. 3 months later, I was thriving at a smaller, more progressive firm when my new boss asked, "Do you know an Eric Daniels he's interviewing tomorrow?" and listed Apex as his previous employer. I hesitated before answering truthfully about my experience with him. Eric wasn't hired. 2 weeks after that, my mother called. "Honey, do you know an Eric Daniels? He's applying for our Primas of Client Relations position. His resume is impressive, but something feels off." I took a deep breath. "Mom, I've never asked you for professional favors, but this one time I need to tell you something as your daughter and as a woman in this industry." After hearing about Eric's behavior, my mother thanked me and ended the call. Eric wasn't hired there either. I later learned that after I left Apex, Eric had been promoted to management within 3 months. They lost 40% of their female staff and 2 major clients who specifically cited uncomfortable interactions with Eric. Apex finally investigated and terminated him. Now Eric can't get hired anywhere in our small industry, not because I destroyed his career, but because he did it himself. One degrading comment, one sexist joke, one sabotaged female colleague at a time. Yesterday I received a less basane request from him. The message read, "I had no idea who you really were. Can we talk?" I didn't respond. Some people only respect power, never humanity, and I didn't need either his apology or his fear.